Hi. I wasn't really sure how to start or even format this video, but I guess it kind of worked out. I realized I wasn't really comfortable speaking to camera yet, and I wanted to do something I was a lot more comfortable with. So, this was our trip to Italy. Welcome to Lucca. Lucca has got to be one of the prettiest places I've ever been to, and I was just in complete awe at how well preserved the walls around the city were, and it was honestly really amazing. We walked around a bit and explored the city, or I guess town, looking at all the sights, and we came across this tower with trees on it. So, obviously, we decided to climb up. Yeah, the climb up definitely wasn't easy, and it took quite a long time, and being afraid of heights definitely didn't help. But when we made it to the top, it was so worth it. After that, we decided to get some lunch in this really cute plaza square thing, and we even had some live entertainment for a bit, and the guy was really, really good. And it wouldn't be a trip to Lucca without going on a bike ride along the city walls, so that's exactly what we did. It was so much fun, and even though it was extremely hot and I did almost fall off my bike a couple of times, it was so worth it. And our next stop was Pisa. Pisa definitely wasn't the most interesting place we went to, but it was really cool getting to see the Leaning Tower and taking pictures there. And obviously, we had to get gelato. I mean, it isn't a trip to Italy without getting gelato at every stop, is it? We got back and we were ready to go to our next destination, which consequently meant leaving Florence. Florence, one of my favorite cities. I love staying there, being surrounded by so much history and culture, and I was actually really sad to leave. But I knew that where we were going next was going to be just as fun. After a really long train ride, we finally made it to our destination. Monte Rosso al Mare is definitely one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to, and I would love to go again. On our second day there, my dad and I decided to go for a little hike over to the next village, which I cannot remember the name of, but I thought it was a great idea because we'd get to see the nature and more of the beauty of this town. But after only hiking for about 20 to 30 minutes, I realized that I was dead wrong. Yeah, it was definitely something I would never do again. I hate walking, and I don't know why I decided to do it, but honestly, the view was worth it. And later that same day, we all decided to get on a ferry that would take us to the different towns. And I absolutely hate boats. I'm actually not sure why I decided to even get on one, but I braved through the trip and honestly started to enjoy it after a little while. Even though I hated being on the boat, actually getting to see the towns up close and being on the water was really fun. And I really love getting to see the places that one of my favorite Disney movies was based off of. And the movie is Luca, by the way. And while we were stopped at one of the towns, we noticed some people cliff jumping, and it looked honestly really scary, but they seemed to be having fun. All in all, though I hate to admit it, the boat ride was actually really fun, and I'm glad we did it.
Go ahead.
Sadly, our time in Monterosso al Mare came to an end, and we were off to our next and final destination. Don't really know where we are, but we're somewhere. Yeah, after getting off the train, we kind of got lost, but we found our way back. And after getting on our next train, we realized that it was completely empty, which was a little unsettling.
This is really weird. Like, why is there no one here?
And though it was a little weird being the only people on the train ride went pretty smoothly, and we soon arrived at our last destination. It was actually our second time in Rome, and we decided to go to a market. And I tried some vinegar. It was gross. But we bought some fruit to make up for the bitter taste. After walking around a bit more, we came across this small museum about Leonardo da Vinci, and we ended up going in. The museum actually ended up being really cool, and it was even interactive. You could mess with the inventions and build things. I ended up trying to build a bridge. And when I say trying, I mean I tried the first time, and then I failed, and then I left, and then I came back and decided to try again, and also failed, but I kept going until I finally got it. Yeah, the museum had just about everything. Artwork, his inventions, and even this really cool mirror room. After leaving the museum, we decided to walk around a bit, and I ended up climbing the Spanish Steps. And the view was actually really cool, getting to see the whole city. Then we went to a store, and that was fun. And then we went into another store, and that was less fun. And then we arrived at my favorite part of the entire trip, which was a boba shop. It was actually so cute in there, and I absolutely loved the memo sticky notepad wall with all of the little drawings people had drawn and their names. It was actually really cool, and I even wrote my own name on there. But yeah, getting boba was definitely the highlight of that day. And in all seriousness, I actually have a severe boba addiction. But honestly, I don't really care. We walked around a bit, and after a while we decided to get lunch, and at the place we got lunch there was the cutest little cat, and I did end up stealing my brother's boba. Yeah, it was definitely so much fun that day, and dinner was delicious. But obviously, all good things come to an end, and the next day we had to leave. I was really, really sad to be leaving because I loved Italy. It's one of my favorite countries, and I love being surrounded by so much culture and history. But I knew that I was going to be back someday, so I didn't let myself be bummed out for too long. It was an amazing trip, and I honestly can't wait to go back. Until next time. Ciao!